Hello, hello, my livesters, my fellow liveroonies. I hope everybody's having a good day. And here we are. Woo! Oh, here we go. You can hear me in the back. There we go. But the thing is, I have it set up so my sound actually comes through a speaker behind me, so I can have ambient music and stuff during my videos. So sometimes it's still on. So that's always fun, right? So happy days, happy Halloween. It is Halloween. Sad news. Seanconnery died. Sure. So, yeah, I thought I would do a little bit of Seanconnery today. I do some voices. It's been a while since I've done my Seanconnery. Probably gonna sound like crap, but let's start. Now, I'm gonna warn you because I have to say certain words first. The first word I learned how to say in the voice of Seanconnery was raisinets. So let's give that a try. Raisinets. Raisinets. Leonesh. Some things in here don't react well to bullets. Yeah, it's all right. Leonesh. Raisinets. All right. So, yeah, we'll miss you, Bond. So, all right, guys. So today we're going to talk about fitting in, right? And I didn't grab a spot in the big book. I know which one I want to read. So we will figure that out. We will get to it. But we're going to talk about fitting in. Okay. And this was brought Ryan suggested this topic. I had put out a post saying, anybody want to hear anything? So let's talk about fitting in and what it's like. All my family's in recovery. so fitting in doesn't necessarily even have to look like alcohol, right? Because there is no alcohol at my family events. Okay. So, well, I don't get invited to my dad's, so I guess there's alcohol. It doesn't matter, right? That doesn't mean that I still don't have feelings around things that might have happened in the past. Okay. On my mom's side, yeah, I don't have the best relationships because of my drinking, on my side. So what I do is before I go, I just kind of let that stuff go. I think one of the main things is be yourself, no matter who that is at the moment. Okay. So your sobriety and your mental health come first. Please ignore my wife on the phone. If you can hear it, let me know if you guys heard that. I'm curious if my microphone actually picked that up. It shouldn't have. So we also should get ourselves to a place where, we can make those decisions for ourselves. And where am I trying to get to on that? Okay. So you have a couple of options, right? So let's say there is going to be alcohol there. You can excuse yourself. You can't. I can't do that to my family. Oh no. It'd just be that my parents can. So what? You have no control over other people's feelings, right? Okay. I do not put myself in situations where I might get hurt. I don't do it. Okay. I don't hang out at bars. And I just don't do those things. Okay. Or you could even look at it a different way. Right. Maybe now you're an example. Maybe there's some people in your family that you might consider might have a drinking problem, right? Well, then you get to be the example. You get to go in and say, hey, this is kind of what sobriety looks like. Okay. I'm going to give you guys kind of an example. When the first time I got sober, I was sober for 12 years. And when I was about 5-6 years sober, yeah, somewhere around there. 6, 7, 8, somewhere in there. I don't know, between 5 and 10. I started working in a place called Lookout Mountain School for Boys. A place called. And I was a counselor there for a company called Youth Track. And I got to know a lot of the employees there. And they invited me dancing. I'm like, I have never even been to the club. Because I got sober at 19. I had been in like 3 bars in my life. And so I went because, I wanted to see what it was like. I wasn't worried about drinking. And I was going with a group of friends that knew me, right? Did they know me? So we have been doing this for about a year. Okay. And going 3-4 times a week. I really enjoyed dancing. I was getting to know people, things like that. I didn't, and the alcohol it didn't bother me. And one day my friend, Chad Brenizer, we were dancing. He's like, I'm going to go get something to drink. He's like, you want something? Oh, yeah. And he comes back, gives me my drink. I drink it. It's Jack, Coke. all over, right? I'm like, dude, I don't drink. And he goes, what? I never knew that. And none of these people knew that I just didn't drink. Okay? So when people tell me things like, well, I'm going to go to the company party and they're going to expect me to drink. Bullshit. I call bullshit. You have to tell them you're an alcoholic. I just don't drink. I'm allergic. I'm allergic to alcohol. When I drink, I break out. Break out windows, doors, all sorts of stuff. Okay? No. Glad you don't. I found that most people in my life support the fact that I'm sober, especially in those situations. Just watch out, because then they're going to pick you for the designated driver, right? Fun. Okay? But really, I think what it comes down to is doing the steps. Okay? Make sure you're checking in with your sponsor, and you don't necessarily, and I put fitting in parentheses for a reason, because you should be who you are. Okay. I am the same person here in the meetings around my kids. I don't change something in order to appease somebody else in that situation. It's not going to happen. Just isn't. And I tell you right now, if I don't want to go, I am not going to. Okay? Now, don't let that, you can utilize a serenity prayer in this pretty easily. Okay? So I have found from hearing from other people, this has not been my own experience because mine's a little bit different. One guy, he would say, my mom knew my buttons. And he'd go home and she'd press his buttons and he just wouldn't react. And after a while, she just stopped trying to press his buttons because she wasn't getting the result that she wanted. Right? Fantastic boundary. So think about your boundaries. Well, there's a lot of stuff that you can do here. Talking to God a lot, obviously. But really what you want to do is get to a place where anything that comes out of here is okay because it's already backed by God, right? As God's children, we stand on our own 2 feet and we don't bow before anyone, especially other God's children. Other God's children. Was that my dyslexia? Yeah. And I would appreciate it if anybody has other suggestions, because I'm not the only person. Please feel free to put them in the comments. We are coming up on it, and with Corona happening and everything else, double up on your meetings. Get yourself straight with God. You got some time right now, right? So this could be actually kind of exciting for you. Where don't you want to show up as the person that you weren't. You know, isn't it kind of cool? Walk in, people are like, wow, you look good, dude. Compared to how you used to look, you're probably fucking fantastic, right? So give yourself a little bit of credit. It's all right. Hey, I'm going to go do this. I'm going to take God with me. I'm going to be all right. Good job. You know, it's okay to pat yourself on the back because other people aren't going to do it for you all the time. God will give you one every now and again. All right? We got to learn to love ourselves. You can pat yourself on the back just to break your arm doing it. Okay? Those are for as needed situations, right? All right. So, that was kind of a good one, Ryan. Thank you. Originality is super important. Ryan, you're on. Good. Self-reflect some time. Yeah. I like that, Ryan, because we're all unique. Okay. We are not terminally unique. But the fact that you're even asking this question means that it's probably coming up for you. So, if you're going through something, feel free to reach out to me or anybody else in the group. And that goes for anybody listening. If you're going through stuff with the holidays coming up, okay, when I was going through that, I made sure that my steps 1, 2, and 3 were in order every single day. You make sure that you have a strong foundation. So if something happens, you have something to fall back on, which is God, right? I had a habit every time I left my mother's house, every time. It didn't matter how much time I had. I drank. Okay? I drank. I relapsed. Now, was this on my parents? Was it on my family? No. They're all sober. No. Imagine showing up, not being able to drink that day because your family can smell it, and go to Thanksgiving. See how much you eat besides nothing because you're detoxing. Yeah. Now I can go to my mom's house, okay, because I have dealt with this. I had some trauma, okay, and I had to deal with that trauma. Okay. Now I go and stuff still will come up for me. It might be uncomfortable, but it is not anything like it was. I let myself let that have so much control over me. My kids and my wife were scared whenever we went to my mom's house, especially if I had a little bit of sobriety under my belt, because we knew what would happen. I was incapable of doing it. Okay. First couple years, I didn't go. Okay. I couldn't. Did they get mad at me? Yep. Were they disappointed in me? Yep. Did I stay sober? Yep. I sure the fuck did. And you know what? Now all those relationships, I don't want to say that they're 100% right, but now all those relationships have willingness and open-mindedness in them. Now I'm able to go to my family and say, hey, that's my daughter. You don't make the decisions. I do. I'm not that person anymore. I haven't been for 5 years. Okay. Well, you weren't around before. I am now. That's what matters. Right? See, nobody gets to use that against me anymore either. That is freedom. Right? All that stuff that people could use against you, just fucking get rid of it. Because all you have to do is admit it, say it, done. You can't use it against me anymore. Right? That's like, if I have a mark on my face. Please reach out. If you are hiding shooters in your pocket, there's a problem. Well, no way I would have been able to get away with shooters. Be nice to the dog. Sorry, my cat's being a jerk. There's very many people today that still don't know that they abuse alcohol. You're certainly welcome, Ryan. Thank you, man, for the topic. I appreciate it. If you have any other ones, feel free. All right, guys, we are at the 15-minute mark. Wow. Not bad for not having a reading. So I hope this helped. like I said, I don't have all the answers, guys. So, people are in different situations. So please feel free to comment on this one. All right. And I will be back Monday. I will be back Monday. All right. So be safe tonight. Bring your cats in. All right. I have 2 kitty cats. Mess with my cat. I'll kill you. All right. So, all right. Love you guys. Peace out and have a day.